Hello VC, I'm back with another video, finally. Uh, I'm sorry for how long it's taken for me to get another video out to you guys. Uh, I just was very unmotivated for a good period of time to make one, and then when I did feel like making one, I just got super busy with work and school, but I'm finally making one for y'all, and hopefully I get some more out to you after this one as well, because I have a ton of records that I've gotten recently and just in the past previous months that I would like to show off. And yeah, so first with these records that I got, they were all bought at a flea market in my hometown. I woke up super early to go to this flea market. It was coming off of like 3 or 4 hours of sleep because I was working a closing shift the night before. And well, at first it was like super dry, like there were no records at all, probably because it was raining. But once the sun started to come out, the records started to come out. So yeah, so first in this first batch that I got here, I got this from he's like sort of a dealer. I've seen him around the local record show that we have pretty close by to where I live. He can be kind of not great to deal with, unfortunately. Like, he doesn't have price tags on any of his stuff, and like whenever you like give him a stack of records that you're buying from him, you don't know if he's trying to rip you off or not with like individual pricing, because he tries to price it all in bulk. But with these specifically, they were all about like $4 each after I did the math and all that. So these were all good deals, but let's get it started. First one is Marmalade, Reflections of My Life. This is a pretty okay record, I'd say. There's some good tracks on it. I actually had a copy of this before, but the one I had like a really bad edge warp, and like the first track on both sides just wouldn't play. But aside from that, it was a pretty clean copy, so that was when I listened to this. So I don't know the first 2 songs on each side. I still gotta give those a listen. But aside from that, it's some pretty good like country rock, like pop, maybe a little psych leaning. It's a pretty cheap record. This is a Capitol Records club pressing, if that matters to you. It can be had for pretty cheap. I don't see it too often, but when I saw it the first time, I thought it looked interesting, so I was like, why not? But yeah, definitely give that one a look-see if you're into like kind of country rocky, like pop psych type stuff. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's an interesting record for sure. Next up, we got There's a Riot Going On by Sly and the Family Stone. It's released in 1971. I've been looking for this one for a very long time, and whenever I see it, it's like $20-25. I do not want to spend that much on this record. It's way too common. I finally got it for $4. You know, I have Stand. I've had that one for a good while by them, and that one's great. I haven't given this one a listen yet, but I know people love this record, so I'm really looking forward to give it a shot. If you don't know, this is like quintessential funk and soul. Like, definitely give this a try if you ever see it. Like I said, it's really common. Like, you can get it, like you can definitely get it for like $8 and below. Like, I wouldn't spend more than $5 for it. Like, it can be had for cheap, so definitely don't spend a ton on it, but definitely worth it in the long run. Next up, we got David Crosby. If I Could Only Remember My Name. Yeah. I had a copy of this before. This is a really good record overall. It's been a while since I've listened to it. It's been a couple months. I definitely need to give it another listen, but this was an upgrade copy for me, and yeah, this is what I remember about it mostly. Just that insane lineup on this record. Like, it's crazy. Like, you got Jerry Garcia, Jack Cassidy, You know, Joni Mitchell, Grace Slick, David Geffen, like Neil Young, you know, Graham Nash. Just a ton of super well-known, well-established artists on this record. And I know this one's been going up in price recently, but honestly, you can still find this for like $5, and I'd definitely give it a shot if you ever see it out in the like the cheap bins or whatnot. Here we got Backstabbers by the OJs. This came out in 1972, and I'd say it's pretty decent, like funk and soul. Like I wasn't really blown away by this record or anything on my first listen, but maybe it'll hit me on my second listen. I don't know. I knew about this because my friend Soren Vinyl found a copy of this at an antique store up at his school. I remember him buying it, so I thought, why not, for $4 I'll grab it too, you know. And it's decent, you know. Nothing really stood out to me too much. I think the title track Backstabbers was pretty good, but like I don't know if I'll hold on to this one, but it's pretty decent. Next up, we got very good essential funk and soul right here. East Bay Grease by Tower of Power, 1970. This is a white label promo, and it's in very good condition. Aside from the sleeve's kind of split, but got that tear there. But this is essential funk and soul. I remember the first time I heard this, I walked into my local record store with my friend, and they had this playing on the record player, and like it was so good. Like we asked them like what was playing because it was fantastic. But yeah, if you like funk and soul, definitely check this out, and all their other 70s records. Can't speak for their 80s stuff, but their 70s records, fantastic. I have all of them except for their self-titled record. Still looking for that one on the cheap side. And that's another great thing about these records, like they can be had for pretty cheap as well, so definitely check this one out. Next up, we got the Mahavishnu Orchestra. I've only listened to this once, but it's definitely gonna be spinned many more times because this is phenomenal. Like this is amazing, specifically with the guitar work. It is just amazing. Like I don't know what you'd consider this, like maybe like fusion of some sort, maybe. Don't quote me on that, but it is just so good. It's completely instrumental from what I remember. I'm pretty sure it's all instrumental, but it is so good. Definitely check this one out if you don't know about it. Ton of great guitar work on it, and just an outstanding record. One is another one. I was like, $4, why not? Grace Slick and the Great Society. Honestly, don't know the whole deal about this record. I don't really know like what it is. I mean, I don't know if it's just like a compilation or what. Like I know it has some Jefferson Airplane songs on it, but I don't know if they're like just those original like recordings or if it's just like they're like re-recorded. I don't know. But I knew this one like went for a little bit more than what I paid for it, so I was like, why not, you know? I still have to give this one a listen, so yeah. But I'll definitely give it a shot. I don't know if I'll hold on to it, but yeah. Next up, we got Allman Brothers Band at Fillmore East. Got this for $4, so I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna grab that for $4. It's a pretty decent copy as well. Yeah, what can I say about this record? It's phenomenal. One of the best live albums of all time, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one other than the fact that it's phenomenal. I mean, early Allman Brothers stuff is amazing. I've had a German pressing of this, like a first pressing that's German. It's on the Atlantic label instead of like the Capricorn label. I don't know which one I'm gonna choose. I might keep the German, I might keep the US. Honestly, if you want to give me advice, let me know which one you think I should keep. I know, preferably I'd keep both, but I know if I do that, one of them's just not gonna get played, and also it just doesn't make sense to. But if you want to let me know which one you think I should keep, both are in really good condition, and yeah, so let me know about that one for sure. Next up, we got the incredible string band U. But yeah, I know about them. I know they got that one. I don't remember what it's called. Like 3,000 onion, like spirits. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. The cover, like it stands out though. Like that's an amazing cover. But I know of that one. I really don't know about any of their other records, so I'm willing to give this one a shot. But yeah, haven't listened to it yet, but will be going to. I just have so many to listen to and little time, so it might take a while, but I will get to it. But we have Rick James, Street Songs. This is a really clean copy of this. It's in the shrink wrap, like near mint disc, price sticker, gotta love that. But yeah, I know of Rick James. I know it's just really good, like funk soul type deal. Only cost me $4. I was like, yeah, why not? Give it a shot. But yeah, need to listen to it still. So yeah, we have Mott the Hoople. I think this might be their first record. This one came out in 1970, I believe. I don't know how this one compares to their others. I'm not really familiar with their discography like at all. Discogs defines this as hard rock, and I knew this was one of their early ones, so I was like, yeah, why not? I'll pick it up, you know, it was cheap, so just need to give it a listen. But yep. Next up, I have The Captain and Me by the Doobie Brothers. This is a super disc pressing, and those are supposed to sound amazing. I have a Tower Power record that's a super disc, and that one sounds phenomenal, so looking forward to see how this one sounds. I used to have an original pressing of this, you know. China Grove, Long Train Runnin' are good. I'm not like a crazy Doobie Brothers fan, but they definitely have some good tracks here and there, so I'm looking forward to listening to this one again because it's been a while. Next up, we got Rio Grande Mud by ZZ Top. This is a really clean copy of this original 1972 pressing. Yeah, what can I say about this record? Like, it's just amazing. Like, amazing Texas blues rock, just down and dirty. Like, this is good stuff, you know. I'd say my favorite track off this album would probably be Just Got Paid. It's heavy track right there. But this is like the first ZZ Top record I have. Like, I don't know, I never want to spend too much on them because I know they're pretty common, so I've been kind of holding out on getting them. I definitely need to get a copy of what's the one, Tres Hombres, that green cover. Yeah, that one, like probably their most popular. It's got LaGrange on it. But yeah, just fantastic band, and glad I finally got some of their stuff. And then finally we have All Day Music by War. This is you know, it's like, I believe this to be like funk and soul. I'm not really familiar with their stuff, honestly. Haven't really listened to any of their stuff yet. This is one of 2 records that I have of theirs that I need to listen to still. Like I said, I just have a ton of stuff to listen to, and I've been very busy, so I can't really comment on the music per se. But yeah, I still need to give it a listen, and it looks pretty cool, so I picked it up. So next up, from the flea market, we got through all the stuff I got from that guy. It was like $4 each, around that, for all that stuff. But now we go to like the heavy hitters of what I got there. So I'll start off with the context. So I just bought all that stuff, you know. Like, I'm thinking, all right, I'm probably done for now, you know. Like, I barely got any money in my wallet now because I wasn't expecting to spend that much to begin with, you know. So I'm just walking around, just doing one more run around, you know, to see if I missed anything. There's this one stand that I didn't go to in the back, so I just take a walk around there, and most of the stuff is they got like they're selling like tools and like yard equipment and stuff like that, like nothing that I want, if you can believe it or not. Nothing, no like records or anything like that. But in the back of the stand, I see in like this box on the ground, like this box that's falling apart, there's this guy looking through it, you know. But like I see this one record in it, and it's Headhunters by Herbie Hancock, and I'm like, okay, I see that. I'm gonna wait around here and wait for this guy to get done and slide in there, because he didn't buy anything from this box. You know, I guess jazz and like blues is not his thing because he didn't buy anything. All right, so I'm thinking, all right, well, I'm just gonna get in here. You know, I'm definitely gonna grab that Headhunters. You know, unless it's like destroyed, but you know, I'm gonna get some cool stuff maybe. You know, so I'm flipping through and you know, I'm seeing some cool stuff. I asked the guy how much he's wanting for these, and he's saying $3 each. I'm like, okay. So we'll go from there. So we'll start listing them off here. We got Charles Bevel. This is a very underrated, like, soul bluesy record. Like, maybe not bluesy, like, it's just like a really good soul record, I'd say. It is like criminally underrated, and I don't know why. It is very, very good. It's on A&M, so you know it's on a pretty well-established label. This is a really clean copy. I'd probably say my favorite song off this album is probably Black Santa Claus. That's the last track. It's really good, and for $3 I had to grab it. And just so you know, I didn't even bother like looking any of these up on Discogs because I wasn't familiar with a lot of this stuff. I didn't even bother looking it up. I was just like, okay, $3 each, sure. I'm just gonna grab it. You know, if it's a dud, it's a dud. But just most of the stuff looked amazing, so I wasn't passing up on any of it. Next was Mel Brown's Fifth by Mel Brown. This is on Impulse. This is like a really good, I'll say like it's like soul blues rock type deal. It says it's also psychedelic. I don't know, there's a little bit of psychedelic leanings on it, I guess. Not a lot. But it is fantastic though, I will say that. I believe there's a lot of good guitar work on this one if I remember correctly. Really, really good. And I wasn't familiar with Mel Brown, but I saw that cover and I'm like, damn, that just looks good. So I was like, yeah, why not? I'll pick that up. And I'll definitely be on the lookout for more of his stuff because he has a good bit of other records. So, yeah. Stuff probably not the most like the least interesting one out of this pile, but it just looked cool, so I had to grab it, and I was familiar with the name. The Ramsey Lewis Trio. Another Voyage. Yeah, it's on a Cadet. I think it came out in 1969, I believe. People were saying good things about this on Discogs when I added it to my collection. Just like some good jazz. You know, I think it's a live album, so I'm really looking forward to listening to this. Haven't had a chance to yet, but definitely will be going on soon. Next we got Straight No Chaser by Monk. It's like for $3 for this. Yeah, why not? Anything by this guy, like, of course. But yeah, original stereo copy. Very, very clean copy too, I'll add. Haven't had a chance to listen to this yet, so can't really speak much about it. But yeah, for $3, of course, I'm gonna pick that up. Another one I haven't had a chance to listen to yet. John Lee Hooker. Kabuki Wookie. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it's on Bluesway. It's a quadraphonic pressing, which I find interesting. I don't really know how much it's going to be utilized in a record like this. I mean, I don't have a quadraphonic setup to even test that out, but it's like a blues record. It's just like I never really think quadraphonic or like high fidelity when I think blues, but I guess so, you know, why not? Yeah, it's a live record recorded at the Kabuki Theater in San Francisco. Yeah, clean copy too, in the shrink wrap. Like, why not, you know? Don't have any John Lee Hooker yet, so why not? But yeah, here's the one I saw when that guy was flipping through. Headhunters by Herbie Hancock. Upgrade copy for me. Yeah, just shrink wrap, price sticker, you know, gotta love it. Very clean disc, you know, Pittman pressing. And, you know, this whole record is just classic, you know, Chameleon, Watermelon Man. Whole album is just amazing. Just very essential, like, jazz fusion stuff. Like, definitely check this out if, like, you're trying to get into that genre, because it's essential, so, yeah. And then we got another Herbie Hancock record. I believe this one came out right before that one did. It says Sextant. But, yeah, I just listened to this one today. Just mind-blowing jazz fusion. There's only 3 tracks on the whole album. There's 2 on the first side and 1 on the other side. The one on the other side's like 19 minutes long. But it is, yeah, it's a mind melter, I'd say. Just amazing jazz fusion. So definitely check it out. Alright, we got Right Now by Jackie McLean. This originally came out in 1966 on Blue Note, but this is a 1970 repress on Blue Note. It's a stereo copy. Haven't had a chance to listen to this one yet, so can't really speak much about it. But I assume it's just phenomenal. And $3 for this, that's like, wow. It's like, sure, why not? If it's a Blue Note, it's $3, buy it. That's the rule. Next up, we got Doing the Thing by the Horace Silver Quintet. At the Village Gate. So, assume it's a live album. It's original 1961 pressing on that classic Blue Note label. This is a mono copy, and yeah, haven't had a chance to listen to this one yet. Again, Blue Note for $3, you gotta buy it. Yeah, we'll be listening to this one soon for sure. Now this one might be one of my favorites that I got, honestly. I just listened to this one today, and it just blew my mind. Like, I was transported to a different universe. Lord of Lords by Alice Coltrane, 1972. I believe this is a quadraphonic pressing, which doesn't really matter for me. Super clean copy, and just amazing, like, free jazz, avant-garde stuff. It is so good. And what makes it even better is just when you're listening to it, when you pick up a copy of this, just read each description of each song, like, one by one as you're listening to it. Like, it makes it so much better. Like, my mind was blown listening to this. I wasn't sure how much I was gonna like Alice Coltrane, because I know it can be very, like, free in terms of jazz, but I absolutely love this record. So definitely pick it up when you get a chance, and I will definitely be on the lookout for more of her stuff going forward. Okay, now we're getting to, like, the really good stuff. We got 4 records left here. First up, we got Coltrane live at Birdland. Original mono copy. You know, it's Coltrane, man. Like, it's just phenomenal jazz. This one was very, very, very good. Alabama was fantastic. Afro Blue. Your Lady. Honestly, the whole thing's phenomenal. So definitely be on the lookout for that one if you ever see it. and for $3, that's just deal of a lifetime. So yeah, I couldn't pass that up. Very clean copy too, I'll add to. I know condition is a big thing when it comes to these jazz records. But yeah. So last 3 records are, I will say, they're by this artist, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. Mosaic. I don't recall if I've listened to this one yet. I don't think I have, which is a crime, I know. Some mono, original mono copy, 1961. Condition-wise, it's not the best copy. I'd say it's probably VG. But with these blue notes, I don't know. It's hard to find them in amazing condition, so I'll take it for $3. I assume this is just phenomenal jazz, so yeah. But I will definitely be listening to that one soon. Next up, we got Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. A Night in Tunisia. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't. But yeah, this was the first record that I put on when I was cleaning them at home. And from what I remember, just phenomenal, just amazing jazz. I know this is one of his like more well-known records people really go for. Had to get it for $3, you know. Original mono deep groove copy. This one is easily the most torched one out of any of the records that I got, which is a shame. But it still plays very well with surface noise. There's like one part on side 2 that has like just a storm of surface noise, which isn't overpowering, but it also is distracting, I'd say. But still, for $3, you gotta pick it up, and just what an amazing jazz record. And finally, the last record, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, The Freedom Rider. Original mono copy, came out in 1964. And yeah, I got this for $3. I was on a roll that day, I guess. It was insane. But yeah, this one is actually in really good condition. I'd say this is probably like a low-end VG plus, which is pretty amazing for blue notes, and for $3 at that. And this record is very, very, very good. You know, it's got Lee Morgan on it, Wayne Shorter, Bobby Timmons, you know, Jimmy Merritt. But yeah, it's got Lee Morgan on that. That's pretty sweet. I'm not much of a jazz guy, if that wasn't already obvious, but like when I see like multiple big names on a jazz record, like I know it's gonna be good, you know. But yeah, I don't know what I can say about this one. The Freedom Rider, I mean, that title track is just amazing. You know, Tell It Like It Is also amazing. Like, the whole record's just amazing. Blue Lace is really good too. It's a Lee Morgan track. But yeah, $3 for this. I can't believe it. My mind was blown. And I'll end with the story. So I pulled all those records out. You see, like all the jazz and the blues records right there. And turns out I don't have enough money in my wallet. So when I tell the guy like, hey, do you mind if I like run and go grab money from an ATM? He's like, sure, I'll hide them for you. So I'm like, okay, sweet. That's really cool of him. So, you know, I run to my car, I drive across the street to the gas station, withdraw some money from the ATM, run back there, and you know, when I get back there, like, I go to the spot where he put them, and I can't find them. And I'm like, I'm just freaking out at that point. I'm like, oh my God, someone got to him. Are you serious? Turns out he just put them in a container that was like right below where he originally put them. So, yeah. And he also knocked $5 off of it. I think it was gonna be like $45 or something in total, but he made it 40, so that was cool of him as well. You know, it was a really good experience all around. Aside from almost like losing my mind, I still lost my mind like when I was looking all those up, but yeah, amazing flea market haul. Definitely worth it, even after only getting like 3-4 hours of sleep. But yeah, that's all I have to show for today. Definitely stay tuned, because I recently, like just today, I just got like a ton of really cool African records for $5 each at an antique store. And I just have gotten a lot of really good deals on like eBay and Discogs recently. So definitely stay tuned, because I have a ton of really good stuff to show. Like, if you could see it, like, I have an insane stack of records over there that I still have to listen to. It's pretty wild. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and peace.